all around the world, which is insane. And he has the nice opportunity to stop here in Pleasant Grove. So, yeah. First off, just so the people who are listening who don't know you already, what would you say is your type of genre?
Singer-songwriter, acoustic, get compared to Nirvana and the Beatles a lot, Tom Petty, CCR, stuff like that.
And by the way, I just want to, before we go any further, thank everyone for being here, everybody in the audience, everybody doing the technical stuff. I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here in Pleasant Grove. Thanks, everybody.
So, since you've been touring around the world for 9 years, what would you say is your favorite place you've toured so far?
I really loved Greece and Italy. Big fan of the Greco-Roman history, like the Roman Empire and everything. So getting to see a lot of that stuff in person after reading about it in history books for years and years was an amazing experience. Also was a big fan of Thailand. Was getting to spend time there. The food was really good. Really hot over there though.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Utah, where 1 minute can rain, the other one it could be as hot as a summer. We have Utah. And then, oh yeah, look at it, it's snowing now. So it's crazy in Utah.
I've heard that. Well, you know what? And before this tour, visiting Utah is a hoot because it's actually my first time in Utah on this tour. So I think y'all got a real beautiful stay here. I really enjoyed the drive in here this morning.
That's what people say. Who don't live in Utah.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Exactly. Now, where would you want to tour that you haven't already? Like, where would your dream location be?
No question, Antarctica, by far, because actually, and a lot of people may not know, Antarctica is one place that you can't just buy a plane ticket and go to. You actually have to be a worker at one of these scientific research stations. Like any one of us could get a plane ticket to any country like North Korea or Iran, but you're not able to just travel to Antarctica unless you're a worker there. So a few years back, I did actually apply to work in the restaurant of the research center, because they also do have a venue and they have concerts every Friday and Saturday. So I was like, well, I'll just be a server Monday through Thursday, and then I'll play shows and do that for 6 months. They have you on for 6-month terms. But I got really busy with touring around other places, so I haven't applied for Antarctica yet. But yep, that's my dream place to play, Antarctica for sure.
Yeah, sounds like a blast. Well, I, for one, am super excited. So, do you mind playing the song for us?
Not at all. I'd love to. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and start off with doing the single from my brand new album, Bryan Super Happy Fun Time 2, and the song's called Elf Girlfriend. She's an elf in the woods, and she's magic. If she turns me away, it'd be tragic. I feel like I've known her for years. I really like her pointy ears. She's an elf in the woods, I discovered. She's an elf, now I think I'm gonna love her. I know she lives inside a tree. That's really okay with me. I'm so intrigued. I never knew she exists. Yeah, it's true. My life is bad, but now it's cool. 'Cause I know what I gotta do. Yeah, she's down in the woods, and she's magic. If she turns me away, it'd be tragic. I feel like I've known her for years. I really like her 20 years. She's an elf, pretty as Princess Zelda.
was amazing.
Thanks.
Do you mind sharing the backstory of that song?
Not at all. Yep. So the backstory is, when 2020, everything happened with the quarantine and COVID. I was actually on tour in Arizona, and back then nobody knew how long quarantine was going to last. So I was kind of just sheltering in place in the national forests and just, communing with nature, doing a lot of reading, meditating, practicing Tai Chi. And I did a lot of research on people that have had a lot of supernatural sightings in national forests, seen a lot of cryptids and supernatural creatures. But it was all like scary things like Bigfoot and Wendigos and other scary cryptids. So I was like I always try to put a positive spin on
things, and it was like, well, also people have claimed they've seen elves, so I try to put a silly, goofy spin on the people seeing creepy monsters in the national forest. I didn't actually see an elf, just it's a make-believe song.
So this is a question that I ask a lot of people that I've interviewed, just because I struggle with this. But how long did it take you to write your first song?
Oh, that's a very good question.
It took about 6 months of playing guitar. Maybe I was a slow learner, but I literally played guitar about 3 or 4 hours every day for 6 months before I was able to write a song that was any kind of good. And actually, one of the first songs that I ever wrote is that I kind of just had on the back burner on the shelf. It's on the brand new album, Bryan Super Happy Fun Time 2. So sometimes I'll take my old songs and resurrect them. But yeah, it took about a good 6 months to write a good song.
Is that song your favorite, or do you have another favorite song that you play?
I usually, it's a revolving door with the
favorite songs. It's usually whatever is the most brand new song is my favorite, until I write another new song, and then that becomes my favorite.
Fair enough. So you mentioned earlier that you had a band before you were touring. How long ago was that, and how long did the band last?
Oh, yep, the band lasted quite a while. The band started in the 90s, in the late 90s, and it went all the way up to just a few years ago. I went back and forth between doing solo and touring with the band. I actually did do some of the tours with the band and some of the international touring with the band, but we just always run into lineup problems, like people that had families, and there's just the logistics of trying to have a family and traveling is difficult. I myself don't have a family or anything, so it's easy for me to do that. But a lot of my band members would try, and their significant others would get a little impatient or frustrated about them being away so long. So that's why I made the decision to just go solo. And sometimes I do miss the camaraderie of playing
with people in a band, but I'm really enjoying being a acoustic singer-songwriter. It's great. It's real refreshing after being in a hard rock band for so long.
Yeah. Could your audience find your old bands anywhere?
Oh, absolutely. All that stuff's still up there. The band was called Anguish, spelled with a W, Angwish. So there's tons of stuff up on there. And then my brand new stuff as a solo artist is on all the platforms people listen to stuff on as Bryan Beilanski, and that's a tricky one to spell, but you get. Usually Google will spell it out for you, but you at least get the B-I-E of the name right, luckily. Thanks, Google.
For all you do for us.
Nothing that Google can't solve, that's what I want to say. It has definitely helped my grade. Yeah, thank you so much, Google, and whoever created it. I can't remember.
It is helpful.
It's very helpful. Yeah. Do you mind playing another song for us?
Absolutely, will do. So I'm going to play an older song from one of my earlier albums. The album's called Data West, and this song's called I Want to Be Your Monkey. make you laugh, make you wanna hang around a while, making a few bananas, doing shows in Nevada, juggling bottles of Fanta, asking for you from Santa. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're making me feel so blue. I only wanna be with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If I really was your monkey, I know you'd take good care of me. I love the way you love animals. You love me especially. You're cuter than a Disney trailer. Read a boat, dress me like a sailor. I'm so excited I wanna scream. Could reality become my dream? I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're making me feel so blue. I only wanna be with you. Whoa, whoa, I wanna be a monkey. I wanna make you smile. I wanna make you laugh. Make you wanna hang around a while. Kiss me like you kissed a dolphin. Dress me up, take me miniature golfing. Would you adopt me if I was an orphan? Would your feelings for me start to soften? I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're making me feel so blue. I only wanna be with Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Oh, geez.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Alright. So I wanted to ask you a few questions on why you wanted to become a musician in the first place.
Oh, great question. So, music has been part of my life since before I was born. My parents were huge rock and roll fans, and they actually used to go to concerts when my mom was pregnant with me. So I've literally music's been a part of my life since before I was born, and I grew up listening to all kinds of records. My parents played all kinds of Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, a lot of underground, punk rock bands. So I grew up listening to a lot of stuff that I don't think a lot of my friends that were my age, being, young kindergarten stuff listened to. So that left a profound impact in my life, and the Beatles and Nirvana just kind of inspired me to play guitar. And the one thing that really made me want to stand out and continue to do music, like through thick and thin, like the gentleman asked me like how I make it through hard days and stuff, and how when there's challenges on the road. So when I was a teenager, my sister unexpectedly passed away, but one of the last conversations that we had together was, it was right when I started playing guitar, and she told me how good I was, and she said that my songs were really good. And so every time I get up on stage and I play, I like to think that, somehow across the void that she's proud and she's listening to the music somehow and feeling the music, and it just brings her back a little bit every time I get on stage and every time I play.
That's really sweet. Sorry.
Thank you.
I had to say goodbye to my sister. Well, not really goodbye, but anyways. Okay. So you were talking about a little bit about your high school experience.
Did you take any musical classes or like learn guitar in high school?
I took violin in middle school. Didn't do any musical like electives in high school. I actually taught myself with a book how to play guitar.
You know, looking back, I kind of wish I would have. Probably would have, you know, perhaps aided me in like writing songs and stuff. I definitely encourage, you know, everyone here to take advantage of any musical electives that are offered here. I myself didn't have an opportunity to do that. I think back then in North Carolina, I'm sure things are probably a little bit better with that kind of stuff now than it was back then in North Carolina. So yeah, that was a very good question.
What part of North Carolina are you from?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Big city.
Oh yes, I love Charlotte. It's a beautiful place. I'm talking about Utah being beautiful.
Well, like we say, the grass is always greener on the other side. You know, that's the thing.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So we're talking about on how you get compared to the Beatles and Nirvana a lot, and how you looked up to like Paul McCartney and stuff like that. But is there any other musical artists that you have looked up to?
Oh wow, I really also like Donovan. So the band that my parents went to see when my mom was pregnant with me, they're called Pere Ubu. Pere as in like French for father, P-E-R-E. So they're a very underground band, but like been a fan since before I was born. If anybody gets an opportunity to look them up, they've been around since the 70s and they are actually still touring to this day. So a real great band, kind of new wave, avant-garde kind of stuff. If anybody, I highly recommend checking them out. And a lot of underground stuff, just things like Gang of Four, the Wipers, a lot of underground music.
Yeah. So what would you do if you weren't here, let's say? Like as a musician, where would you be as for another career?
No question, I'd be doing volunteer work and like community outreach work to help those disadvantaged. And I think a lot of us, a lot of the times, just take for granted, you know, having, just the fact that we can walk, that we come from, stable families. There's a lot of people out there in the world that are hurting and came from abusive families and abusive situations. And there's no question, if I wasn't doing music, I'd be doing that kind of work. And I actually try to do as many charities for those kinds of things as I can. Anti-bullying, domestic abuse, all different kinds of things. Suicide awareness. Because I think the best thing anybody can do is like help each other and just kind of put yourself in other people's shoes.
Yeah, for sure. I am ready to hear another song. I don't know about the audience, but
cool. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready to play another song.
Let's do 2 songs.
okay,
Two. All right. Sounds good. All right. So the first one I'm going to do, although I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Twain, I was a big fan of when he said, "Write what you know," because to me, I feel like music and sincerity is like peanut butter and jelly. So I try to write about stuff I know about, and mostly that's just traveling, playing music. And when you do play 7 nights a week, as I do, sometimes the only options are coffee shops. I have some great shows at coffee shops, so I wrote a song about playing coffee shops, and it is called Coffee Shop. And it is from Bryan Super Happy Fun Time 1, the predecessor to the brand new one, Bryan Super Happy Fun Time 2. And without further ado, Coffee Shop. Let's reach for the stars, climb the highest mountains. Let's go chase our dreams. Can we catch them? We are gonna catch them if they run away. Hey, hey, what do you have to say? I'm gonna rock down at the coffee shop. I'm gonna rock down at the coffee shop. Turns out the new owner of the coffee shop
doesn't care much for rock and roll. He said he's gonna pass this time that I roll through his town. That's a bummer. I don't know anywhere else to play for the next 200 miles. Gonna rock down at the coffee shop. Gonna rock down at the coffee shop. Coffee shop. I'll take mine black. Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate you taking care of me and filling my cup as I perform for you. Na 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 na. We gonna rock down at the coffee shop. We gonna rock down at the coffee shop. The coffee shop. The coffee shop. We're rocking down at the coffee shop. Thank you, folks. Thanks so much. It's like the chords cut
Got a little-
there a little bit. All right, so the next song that I'm going to do, it's going to be from one of the earlier albums, and it's called All the Problems, and the album's called All the Problems.
Let's mic it.
10-4 on that. Yeah, there we go.
So,
Want to just use this one?
yeah,
I'll move it back when I
sounds good. And
all right.
see, that's a tune position. All right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Turn that over.
All right, without further ado, All the Problems. What would you do if all you knew was gone in a flash? Everyone's gone, everyone's wrong. It's not gonna last. Look at the moon, I'll be there soon. Rolling over you. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? You felt the same way too, didn't you? And all the problems, all the problems, all the problems, all the problems, they seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. They seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. Look at the moon, I'll be there soon. Rolling over you. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? You felt the same way too, didn't you? All the problems, all the problems, all the problems, all the problems, they seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. They seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. Okay. Na 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 na
na na na na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. All the problems, all the problems, all the problems, all the problems, they seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. They seem to fade away when you say you'll be there every day. They seem to fade away. They seem to fade away. They seem to fade away. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bryan. I think that the audience has a few questions for you, if
Okay.
you are up for that.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you.
Right, of course.
So I'm just curious, you tour a lot. Do you record generally in studios, or do you have a personal setup you use to record?
Well, honestly, yeah, I do a little bit of both. I do some of the recording on the albums, like for example, the new one, Brian Super Having Fun Time 2. Half the album I recorded myself. I actually did some of it off my solar generator in the National Forest in Florida. And then the other songs, typically I'll do the ones that I know radio are going to play, like the ones that are for singles. Them I'll take to my my old guy in Charlotte, Rob Tavion. He's been working with me for years and years. Catalyst Recording. He does a great job, and he actually even played percussion on Elf Girlfriend and the other singles from Brian Super Happy Fun Time too. So a little hodgepodge with that. Very good question.
All right, what's the biggest audience you've played for?
100,000.
Wow.
It was the Thanksgiving Day parade in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2016, and they had me and this was when I was a two-person band. So my drummer and I were on a float with dinosaurs, animatronic dinosaurs. So it was kind of a surreal experience. And we had played Houston, Texas the night before. It's a little scheduling mishap there where we had to drive from Houston to Charlotte. Very surreal experience, but yep, there was 100,000 in attendance. There's actually a clip from the Charlotte local news on my YouTube channel that shows us performing at that. So yep, 100,000. Oh, and the shortest is, the smallest, 0.
What would you say inspires you the most to write songs?
You know what? Traveling, it's kind of hard to have a relationship, so I have a lot of like broken-hearted songs about, like a lot of songs about broken hearts, because that happens a lot.
I know there's some really bad parts about living in a truck, but what would you say are the best parts about going around to all these national parks and like living in your truck?
You know what? Not working a job, like being my own boss. That's the greatest thing. I mean, of course, you know, you have to conduct yourself like, you know, really like, you know, the people that listen to music are kind of like my bosses. So, you know, I just kind of. But not having to like punch in and punch out or have a job. I mean, not to say that like anybody, I'm not saying working like a normal job is bad, of course, but it just didn't work for me. Just the way my personality is, I'm very independent, and
the truck life works good for me. Yeah, being my own boss for sure, 100%. Very good question.
Let's do 2 or 3 more songs, then we'll wrap.
Well, so I know that you travel a lot and everything and do charities. Has there ever been like a time that like something just goes completely wrong and you just have to re-improvise for like a concert or charities?
There's been times when things have gone like completely wrong. The charities, luckily, have all gone good. I mean, there's been times I always wished I could have raised more money for the particular charities, but yeah, sometimes things like that happen. You know, but you just kind of have to. You know, that's just one night, and you got to look at the big picture. That even if one night something terrible happens, that's just one night out of however many 100 or 200 nights of the year that you're playing. Very good question, also.
Bryan, I have one question, and then you can continue playing music.
Okay.
But we have I know a few musical artists in the audience who are watching, or on YouTube watching, but they have their own band too, and I know that they get nervous. So do you have anything that you do, like any rituals or whatever, to calm down the nerves before a concert?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I mentioned earlier, I practice Tai Chi, and that helped a lot because up until very recently, I would still get nervous performing myself. But I found like doing the martial arts really leveled you out and takes care of things like anxiety or worrying about stuff and yeah, you know what? I also find that eating a healthy diet of fruits and vegetables and staying away from junk food, surprisingly, that has a big effect on anxiety and nervousness. So yeah, good diet and martial arts. I think that's my advice for those that might get stage fright that are musicians. And or like don't look towards the back of the room. There's that too.
Would you mind playing your last 2 or 3 songs of the night for us?
Absolutely. Yep. 2 or 3 more songs. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody here, the audience, everybody, Ava interviewing, the people, the camera workers, and the tech. I really appreciate y'all, everybody, and everyone's efforts to make this happen. It's been fun. So I'll play those last 2 songs now. Thank you. So this one is another single from Bryan's Super Happy Fun Time 2. Make sure we getting that okay back there, Mr. Russ? All right, excellent, thank you. All right, yep, this is the single from Bryan's Super Happy Fun Time 2, the reason why I'm here in Utah, and this is called Get Better at Life. What should I do? What should I say when the good things in life go away? Circumstances, bad mistakes, I gotta come back whatever it takes. Gotta get better at life. I gotta get better at life. 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 I gotta get better at life. I've been down before, never this low. Could it get worse? I don't wanna know. A charmed life turned to a nightmare. And Hollywood made your soul disappear. Gotta get better at life. I gotta get better at life. Gotta get better at life. Gotta get better at life. I gotta get better at life. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Oh,
Na 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 na, oh, na 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 na. What should I do? What should I say when the good things in life go away? Circumstances, bad mistakes, I gotta come back, whatever it takes. Been down before, never this low. Could it get worse? I don't wanna know. A charmed life turned to a nightmare. The internet made your brain disappear. Oh, I gotta get better. Oh, I gotta get better. Oh, I gotta get better at. Thank you, folks. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I guess I will do two more, if that's all right. Excellent. Thank you, y'all. So this is another one. This is the other new single from the new album, Bryan's Super Happy Fun Time 2, and this one's called Your Man. The world's not so bad when you're feeling sad. You say a little prayer, someone's gonna care. Didn't you wonder who? One day you'll understand that you're my master plan. I'm going to be your man. And you just take your time to make up your mind. I know you have a clue of how I feel for you. You better bet, don't get upset. One day you'll understand that you're my master plan. I'm going to be your man. Na 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 na. 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 The world's not so bad when you're feeling sad. You say a little prayer, someone's gonna care. Didn't you wonder who? One day you'll understand that you're my master plan. I'm going to be a man. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. And this will be my last one. And it's Ava asked me the question earlier about what makes me want to do music. So this is the song that I wrote for my sister, and it's called Ascended. And I like to close the show with this song when the audience has been really nice and really friendly. And y'all have been really nice and really friendly, and I appreciate that. So when the audience isn't friendly and nice, I play Freebird as the last song. I wanted you to see me get there. I wish somehow that you could wake up. Sometimes I feel the world turning, like I feel my soul is fire burning. So blow a kiss down from the stars to my lips from where you Everyone's becoming so demanding. Sometimes it feels like I'm failing. The morning comes and no one heard you wailing. So blow a kiss down from the stars to my lips from where you are. You're a million miles away. You still have to hear me say, witness me from above. You've ascended with my love. Witness me from above. You've ascended with my love. Witness me from above. You've ascended with my love. Whoa, you've ascended with my love. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you, Pleasant Grove, Utah. It was a real pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Let's give Bryan another round of applause.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, folks. I appreciate it. It was real fun. You guys are a really nice audience. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you guys for coming. Thanks for being a part of it. You can head back to your class if you'd like. This was a real treat to be able to see somebody with such passion and talent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you, Bryan.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Now I want a cookie. Cookie.